So hey everybody, this is Frankie Garrett, and I'm going to give you a brief walkthrough through my course. It is still very much in progress, but I did make some changes this week based on the video from Dr. Jones and also the instructions on how to make buttons in Canva. So I do have some experience in Canva in work, but this was really fun, and it was fun to make them look similar to the ones that Dr. Jones had in color, and just I think it really makes everything pop. So what I'm going to do for the demo is I'm going to put it in student view so that we can see what it would look like when a student clicks on each modules. And like I said, these are still under construction. I'm still figuring out the best way to organize it and get all my pages under the right buttons. But if you click on module 1, well, first of all, here's our written communication for improved understanding and increased productivity. Welcome to email in the workplace. And like I said, I am Frankie Garrett, and I will be the instructor. So when you click on Module 1, it takes you directly to our objectives. What will we learn? And the student can go through these and just kind of get an idea of what the class is going to entail. I see that there's a next button here, but it doesn't actually take me to where I want the student to go, so I'll have to work on that a little bit more. But if I go back to my home page and click on Module 2, it takes them to a short quiz, and I'm not going to go through the quiz. It's only 4 questions, but it's basically a pre-assessment about what do you know about basically proper email etiquette in the workplace. And so once they do that, they can immediately see how many they got correct. And then module 3 does not have anything linked to it right now. This is more of where my face-to-face instruction would fit in, and so I'm still working on a page for that. Nope, this is the face-to-face. I'll have to go back and see what I intend for this, or I may do some rearranging here. But what to expect in the face-to-face session is a page, and it just describes a little bit about what we'll be doing. Those are 2 links, which I want to make a video at the very beginning of the course, an introductory video that explains what they'll need. They'll need to be able to download and print these before the face-to-face class, and I'll go over that. But these are not links. These are just from my slide deck, and it just talks about what well-written emails improve, and then the different stages of writing an email. We're going to go through tips for all of those, but that's in the face-to-face portion. And then the last module, module 5 right now, it says, have you attended your face-to-face session? Because this is the intent of this is for them to have an assignment due after the face-to-face. So after they've had the content given to them in an instructor-led session, they would come back on their own time and they could go through these samples and then list the corrections. So for example, I tell them to click Submit Assignment, and here it shows the samples. So they would have sample 1, they could go down into the text box, and they could just sort of list some things that they would do differently to improve these emails. I also have a discussion board in here that I really want to have come up in my first module. I'm still trying to figure out how to have more than one thing or how to get these on the same page, but it's basically just a place where students can introduce themselves and tell us how they use email in their professional role. And then I have a quick reply here that just tells them, please reply and share with us how email helps and hinders you in your workplace, and then to share your biggest email pet peeve, and they can see how it compares to their classmates. So if we leave the student view and go back home, as you can see, I still have some editing to do, some content to add, but this is what I've been working on this week. The buttons are new. The assignment is new, and so I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. Anyway, thank you very much for going through the demo with me.